third time's a charm. Let's do this. Something's weird with my connection. Something's weird with my phone. What are you gonna do? I'm getting a new phone on Saturday, so hopefully this will not persist. I was talking to Dustin earlier about drinking a beer. It's very delicious. But we were talking about mac and cheese and how many cheeses I like in my mac and cheese. I'd said two, basically cheddar as the sauce, and then a little bit of Parmesan mixed in with breadcrumbs for topping to make crispy, crunchy kind of joint. And then, yeah, it was really weird. It's not been working. I don't know what's going on. But I have done a bunch of cheeses. Like sometimes if I don't have a lot of like one cheese or another, I'll just shred whatever the fuck I got in the fridge to make enough, and then just have like, all right, well, this is going to be the wild, wild west of fucking mac and cheese, because I honestly don't know how it's going to turn out. I've put blue in, Idiazabal, things that don't melt well, things that only turn out well if you blend the cheese sauce. Like, I mean, really in like a super heavy blender. But yeah. What did you like, Dustin? What was it that you put in yours? The three cheeses that you put in. But also more questions. What do we got? Come on, give me some questions, people. I'm here to answer your culinary queries. Without Rebecca, so I can't I don't have anybody to make fun of, except for myself with my red ass forehead. Being a ginger. See, but if you do something like that, the 10 cheese, it's all going to just get too muddy. Try to get a few, like if you want to do 3 or even 5, there's a reason there's a 5 cheese blend, is because they all play off of each other. 10 would get really, really, really muddy. Romano, cheddar, and Asiago. Okay. So Pecorino and Asiago are sort of similar, because they're super they're super salty. You think Rebecca would have told everybody not to come? Come where? Oh. Kraft melting cheeses with cream cheese? I mean, they're both melty cheeses. It would work. It would be super creamy. I'm not a big fan of the melting cheeses like that. Like, I guess just Kraft itself. Like, the stuff that you use for like queso and shit. Not a huge fan, but, what are you going to do? Have you tried that before? Like, have you tried, the Kraft melty stuff and then cream cheese together? I mean, wait a minute. They make cream cheese and Kraft cheese together in a bag? It's kind of hard to shred cream cheese. I mean, I'm kind of weird. I really like the blue box stuff. Oh, the beer I'm trying is a Monument wood stove. It's an Imperial Stout. 10%. It's really good. Oh, it's a mixture. Oh, weird. No, I haven't tried it. Hey Shiva. The blue box craft stuff fucked me up as a kid because I love that texture. I love that sort of saucy, creamy part. I'm not a big fan of like a mac and cheese that you can cut into a cube, because it doesn't taste like cheese to me. It just tastes like overcooked rubber on top of overcooked and overbaked macaroni. So I like mine really creamy and saucy. And it can be any pasta. I tend to go with kind of what's ever in my pantry when I'm making mac and cheese. So, but no, I've never noticed the Kraft, kind of stuff. Yeah, my mom made it with 2%. Well, whole or 2% and yeah, margarine. Well, country crock. And then of course after the country crock's gone, use that as Tupperware. Which, you know, a lot of people still do. And that's fine. Don't waste it. Recycle, reuse. This wood stove, like I said, it's an imperial stout. It's 10%. It's by Monument City Brewing. It's good. It's not super dark tasting. It's actually very light for an imperial stout, and it doesn't have a super like crazy alcohol flavor. You know, like a lot do. Yeah. Oh shit! Pimento cheese as juice glasses. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. Margarine is the devil, but back in the day, I mean, when you're a kid and that's all your parents use, you got no choice. So yeah. The pimento cheese thing as a juice glass is fucking right on. Yeah, my mom would do that shit like crazy. Any little cup, you know, your little hand could get around that wasn't plastic. Like it's a great way to reuse the stuff. I still do the same thing, except I just reuse them as like small lunch containers. Mmm. Yeah, my mom wasn't big on the tab. It was cigarettes and beer, as has been passed down. One type of beer that I hate more than anything. I don't like shit beers. I don't like Miller Lite. I don't like Bud. Like they all have their place and I get it. Like some people don't have access and that's great to good beers or I mean it's pretty prolific now. But I've lost a taste for it. There's so much other varieties of beer that I'd rather not just drink a watered down shit beer, I guess. And that's not to say if I'm out like, you know, if I'm at an Oriole game and well, Orioles sell pretty good beer. If I'm at a Ravens game, football game, and that's all they got, or if that's what a friend buys me, fuck yeah, I'm drinking it. It's not like I'm gonna die. I just don't prefer to spend my money on it. Like I can drink this stuff, it's fine. Like Rebecca, if she were here, would be like, I love Natty Bo. I love Natty Bo. That's how she sounds. But I don't like Natty Bo. I think it's too sweet. I'm a Pap. Like if we're going for shit beer, I'm going Pabst because I actually do like that flavor because it's bitter. You know. No, I agree, but a lot of people that's what they like. So I have a root beer that's been in the fridge for years. Should I put it in the crock pot with... This isn't going to work because my phone's fucked up. I'm assuming with some sort of meat. Yes. Yes, why not? I mean, I'm sure it's fine. If it's been in there for years, then maybe there's been some crystallization of the sugar at the bottom. So when you pour everything out, it might be... there. You might get like a craggly layer of rock candy at the bottom, which happens. But yeah, so what was the in the crock pot with what? Ale? But yeah, I mean it's sugar and water and caramelized syrup. Like it's not going to go bad. You can tell. I mean, you'd be better off braising with it than you would. Oh, it's a root beer ale. Oh, it's one of those things. Yeah. Definitely don't drink those things. Ugh. God, they'll give you a headache like a motherfucker. Yeah, I mean, with a chuck ribs would be better. Yeah, that's where I was going. Pork, you know, so you know it can cook down and get like sticky, icky, and be used as like a glaze. Maybe add some 5-spice powder to that, you know, and then you got some like sort of Chinese ribs going. That would be all right. I think that would be really good, actually. Now I want to do that. But in terms of, again, back to the beer, I'm not a fan of Gozas either. You have some 5-spice powder? I figured, yeah. I'm sure you got a big spice, you know, thing. until it's falling apart. I mean, if you're braising it, 250 for, I would say, I mean, it depends on on the cut of beef too. I mean, the cut of pork. If you're doing like a shoulder, 6 hours would be plenty. You might need less. You might need 3 to 4. And then take the meat out and set that onto a plate, cover it, and let that just rest for a bit, and then reduce down the sauce till it's like super syrupy, and then use that as a glaze. And then I would put that in like a Chinese bao bun with some pickled cucumbers and scallion, a little bit of sriracha. That sounds awesome, actually. But yeah, I don't like gozes. I don't like sours. It tastes like drinking stomach bile. It does. I can have like 1 or 2 at the most. 3 is like a hate crime. It's fucking gross and disgusting. It makes me sad, and people that drink those beers, I feel bad for them, because it's literally like drinking the contents of a person's stomach. Anything else? Anybody got anything? Facebook's being a fickle mistress tonight. It's not been working properly, which is why this is the 3rd time. Hey, what's up? If anybody's do you have any food questions, ask them. My dad had a gig next to the Spice House in Milwaukee. He used to tell them that he was proud to get spices. Okay, I can't read the rest of that. Aging meat. I've been thinking about getting a meat locker in a few weeks. Yeah, I'm having issues reading longer things, so if you can keep the questions in 2 parts. Aging meat. I'm going to do that. I mean, but not like a long age, like just enough to dry it out, like maybe 4 or 5 days. So I'm gonna do a rib roast for Christmas, and I'm gonna take the meat out of the packaging, dry it off with a paper towel as much as I can, and then let it dry out in the fridge and get some of the water weight out of it. 3 or 4 days isn't gonna do that much, but I would be willing to try doing. I was actually looking in to aging beef earlier. Oh, is it really delayed? Sorry, dude. But keep the questions coming. We'll keep this going. And there's like, look up the Food Lab aging beef, because that's what I was reading today, and it's pretty awesome. He has the money and the means to try a lot of these products, and he was talking about how a lot of the products that he was using worked really well or not that well. I mean, sometimes all you need is like an inverted big Tupperware thing, which is what Alton Brown used. So, yeah, 120-day age is crazy. You're getting like super funky steak at that point, which is what you want, because once it cooks, it has like a little bit of blue cheese already in it kind of taste, which is awesome. A meat locker sounds like it's pretty expensive. Country ham. Can they? I make a ham. I don't make a country ham. I would like to. I'd like to buy a country ham and then sort of braise it overnight and do it like that. Blue cheese is amazing. Don't yuck people's yum. Yeah, no. I know it's $1,500. That's what you must be talking about. The thing that Kenji J. Alt was talking about earlier. Kenji Alt Lopez. Because he was saying that the price point on that was really expensive. For the hams, I have a Serrano ham upstairs that I cracked into on Thanksgiving, and it's just been sitting there. But I'm gonna fuck that thing up on Christmas Eve. Slice a bunch of it, and make little bocarones. New Year's Eve, I'm gonna really get into that thing. Someone asked earlier what I'm doing for Christmas dinner. I'll be eating that at my in-laws' house. But for Christmas Eve, I'm making a prime rib roast that I'm gonna sous vide and then finish in the oven. And I'm gonna make. We always make like kind of like Englishy things. So it's prime rib roast, popovers. A really like I go out of my way to make a good beef stock and then beef stock and red wine reduction with rosemary, and then we'll choose some sort of veg just to make it act like we're healthy. Probably some sort of roasted potato. So, hey Janie, how's it going? So, any more questions? Who has a question? If I had to live off one meat for the rest of my life, what would it be? Hey, Janie. On first blanch, it would be hot dogs, but it would probably drive me crazy. I think it would probably be like some sort of steak, like a good ribeye. There's a lot that can be done with that. It's got a lot of fat. It's got a lot of, get the bone. It's pretty versatile cut of meat, so hot dogs would be great for like a week or maybe a month, 5 years. But then after 5 years, you'd pretty much be done with just eating the same hot dog over and over and over. As long as I had different toppings, that would be great. Still kind of, but, yeah, like a ribeye steak that you can just do a bunch of different stuff with. Braise it till it falls apart. Put it on top of spaghetti with sauce, like sugo. Yeah. My favorite pork belly recipe. My favorite pork belly recipe is actually David Chang's pork belly bun recipe from the Lucky Peach cookbook. And it's fucking delicious. And I actually have some of that pork belly up in my fridge because I made ramen. And it's sort of the same pork belly that you put in the ramen that you put in the buns. And you basically just take equal parts sugar, white sugar, and white salt. Mix it together. Put it on top of the belly overnight. Wash it off. Put it into a pan, like a oven safe pan at 450 for like an hour and a half, and then you're done. Pull it out, let it kind of cool down. You put it in the fridge and let everything solidify, and then you cut it into perfect slices, and then you fry the sliced parts so it's 360 crispy, and then you put it on a pork belly bun with hoisin sauce, pickled cucumbers, scallion, and a little sriracha. And they're fucking awesome. Like if you've never had Momofuku's pork belly buns, it's a super easy thing to make at home. Just go ahead and do it and buy yeah. You can look the recipe up. It's all over the place. It's not a secret anymore. And it's relatively cheap. The most thing, you can buy the buns at your local Asian supermarket already made. Or you can buy the mix bag where you just mix in milk and water and let it rise and then roll everything out and then let that rise again. And that's a pain in the ass, though. Come on, give me some more questions, you bastards. I'm into it now. I'm getting into how fucked up Facebook's done this. Facebook's ruined me. But yeah, that pork belly is awesome. Like, you can't go wrong with it. And then, of course, there's just taking pork belly and making bacon, which I've still yet to do. It's hard finding, like, a big thing. Whole duck, crisp the skin. Yes. Yeah, fucking... Okay, so with whole duck, put it in your fridge uncovered the night before so everything dries out, and then cover it with a little bit of oil, and then put it in the oven, and it'll be super crispy. I do like fancy mustards. I love mustards. The sky is blue because the way that the light refracts off the water vapor in the sky bends the light to a blue color. Is that right? You're basically looking at the blue part of a rainbow when you look at the sky, which is pretty fucking awesome if you think about it. Mustards. I love Dijon mustard. I love chunky Dijon mustard with the little balls that pop in your mouth when you eat them. I like super hot mustard, like fucking Chinese mustard that just burns your nostrils out, clears everything up. Why am I so full of shit? Who asked me that? I'm not full of shit. That was the real answer. Fucking look it up. Favorite salsa is the salsa that I make at home. Tomatoes, onions, cilantro, salt. Pretty much it. There's probably something else on there. Chilies. I've actually been making a roasted tomato salsa that I really like, where you turn on the broiler and put the tomatoes, white onions, maybe like a jalapeno or two underneath, like on the thing. And then you just broil the shit out of everything, and it just gets like a nice blackness on it. And then zip everything up into in a food processor, and then add the cilantro and blend that more. Then add salt and lime juice, blend it more, and you're good to go. So you get like the charness and everything. It's really good. And the best part about it is it keeps in the fridge. Unlike raw salsa, which immediately turns to fucking awfulness because tomatoes don't taste good in the fridge. But this salsa is kind of cooked, so it works really well. I like balls popping in my mouth because it's a textural difference. Fuck you. All right, look, I'm trying to be nice here, you goddamn prick. Fucking balls popping in my mouth. It's a nice textural ad. 5-year-old fuck. Well, out of season tomatoes can be cooked. Like, that's fine. What is your favorite fast food restaurant for garbage? I'm drunk and I hate myself food. I don't eat fast food. I try not to. Even when I'm drunk. Well, no, that's not true. It's not, well, it's a very regional thing, but there's a place called Royal Farms around here, and I really enjoy their chicken. So if I'm like walking home from the bars at night, they're open all night, and they have amazing chicken. Named by Food and Wine the best fast food chicken. Yeah, they're like a gas station kind of thing, but their chicken's fucking amazing. Oh no, yeah, no, but see, I agree with Jane. People get weird about like their food choices after they're drunk, but it's just the booze saying, look, it's okay to treat yourself to some fucking awesome fried chicken. Like, it's great. They never have fresh chicken? Oh, that sucks. But yeah, I've gotten to the point where I don't feel bad about... I've never felt bad about things I've eaten. It's all moderation. Like, I know that one night of eating a fucking chicken box is not going to be terrible for me the next day, because one, it soaks up all the booze, but two, I'm not going to eat it again for another couple months unless I make fried chicken. Like, but you know what I mean? Like, everything in moderation. As long as you're not like housing a fucking pint of ice cream every night, you're good. Don't use food as a crutch. That's a bad thing. Like, and a lot of people do, and if that's what gets you through, I get it. But, I don't do that. I try not to. Like, I don't even... We purposely don't even have, like, snacky shit mainly in the house because we just don't eat it. I still have chocolate and shit from Halloween upstairs. We just don't eat that kind of stuff. Unless I get high, then I eat all of it. Which is kind of. I am a hypocrite. So what's that? Favorite fat for frying chicken? I use just vegetable oil. But I do it in a giant cast iron pot, and I get really hot, and then when you put the chicken in there, put the lid on, and it acts almost like a mini pressure cooker. It makes your chicken crisper if you put the lid on, because the steam and the heat exchange, it's better. Chocolate is life. Okay. Good. Yeah, I made chocolate chip cookies a week and a half ago. We still have a couple in the upstairs. They're really good. I use both like a 70% dark chocolate and a milk chocolate that was like from fucking Scandinavia or something. I don't know where I got it from, but it was really fucking good. It was probably something I stole out of like the office Christmas box that somebody sent us, some fancy chocolate, because I normally don't buy stuff. Mint chocolate chip ice cream? Yes. My second favorite ice cream. Butter pecans, my number one. Are you whatting about the chicken thing? Yeah, if you put the oh, mint chocolate chip cookies. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, if you put like a lid on your cast iron pot while you're cooking chicken, it works better. Science, everybody. Yeah. And the other thing about fried chicken, if you want like the real good craggy shit, if you notice, if you just start with flour and stuff, the beginning chicken is like kind of smooth and, you know, not as groovy, but by the end it's like real fucking craggy and shit. That's because the liquid that you're moving your chicken from into the dredge is then making little flour balls of liquid, and it sticks. So what you do is take, like, I brine my chicken in like a salted buttermilk. If you just take a little bit of that buttermilk ahead of time and mix it in with the flour, you already got craggy. So then it goes fucking craggy to super craggy, and you're basically eating like a stalactite by the end of it, and it's amazing. Yeah, the lid pot, dude, I'm telling you, it's amazing. Fried chicken's awesome. Fried chicken's a thing that when I make so fucking much of it, it's crazy. I once had a gas stove explode on me, and my hand was like fried chicken. Ugh. That sucks. I can't read the rest of that, I'm sorry. You don't think you'll ever fry again? That's a thing that you should probably do. You should probably do that to just get it out of the way. Yeah, eating stalactites. You got a problem with it? I mean, obviously you do. You know what, Jesse? Get out. You just giving me shit all night. What are you doing? Okay. I think I'm going to wrap this up. But thanks for sticking with me, guys. Facebook's been really fucking stupid tonight, and I'm sorry about that. Do you want me to stay with the fucking three of you? I mean, I got no problem doing that. I'm gonna need more beer though. But no, I'm Rebecca should be here soon, and I got to prepare for the rest of the podcast. I actually do a lot of work. And I will see you guys. I think we might be doing an episode next week. We weren't planning on it, but I think that we're going to do that because we realize we can now. So, thanks again for sticking with me. I'll see you guys next week. And thanks for being a part of this. Again, if you get a chance and you haven't done it yet, rate and review us on iTunes. It fucking makes a huge difference. You'd be amazed. It makes a giant difference. It's crazy. So if you can do that for us, that would be awesome. And yeah, if I don't see or talk to any of you, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, that's coming up. And really, thank you guys. We really appreciate it. And we'll see you next week, man. Love you too, Jenny. Cheers. Bye-bye, everybody.